Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers here, because a lot of you guys aren't picking him to win this game. So that makes it extremely tough for the Packers to go anywhere. So, Brooke, when I look at this situation with Aaron Rodgers, at what point do they need to start thinking about benching him? I can't believe I'm saying this. Benching Aaron Rodgers and seeing what they have in Jordan Love.
I mean, I think that they start thinking about it now. It doesn't mean that you're doing it right now, but I think those wheels have to be turning. You have to be thinking about contingency plans, because not necessarily a contingency plan for this season or anything like that, but I think that it's about figuring out what you have in Jordan Love. Because Aaron Rodgers has just kept this organization, that he's held them captive in the way that he's like, maybe I'm going to retire, maybe I'm not, I don't know what I'm going to do. They give him this big contract. I think that this organization has to take control back from Aaron Rodgers. Like, they've done what's best for Rodgers for a long time. They have to do what's best for themselves. That's evaluating what they have in Jordan Love, whether it's because Love is the quarterback of the future or whether it's because they could trade him and get a good haul. But I think that has to, once the Packers are mathematically eliminated, I think it's the Jordan Love show.
Aaron Rodgers has all the power. Aaron Rodgers has the contract. Aaron Rodgers might be benching coaches. Aaron Rodgers might come in and say, you're done, you're benched, you're out of here. Listen, Aaron Rodgers has been there a long time. They rewarded him with a fully guaranteed contract, which means he's going to be there. And you're not going to move him. Where's he going to go? Unless he retires and somebody wants to trade for him. I think he has a $93 million cap hit if he wasn't on the roster. $93 million.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So he's going to be there. They need to figure out what they have on this roster moving forward. How can they help Aaron Rodgers? He's going to be there next year. He's not going anywhere. So as far as him sitting down, maybe they explain to him, like, look, we need to get a look at a couple other people here to figure out what we're going to do in some key spots of this team. But I don't see Aaron Rodgers going anywhere as a quarterback of the Packers.
Wow.
Yeah, this is why you as a GM or as a president of a team or CEO, you have to put the team first. It can't be an individual. Even if it's your quarterback, because it might look good for a little bit, you win an MVP, but now for the next 5, 7, several years, who knows what the team is going to look like? Aaron Rodgers doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers this year. And so now all of a sudden you got him tied up for another 2, maybe 3 years, and he's not looking good. And then instead of doing what you were supposed to do as an organization, you're listening to him and getting guys that he wants or doing things that he wants to do. There's a certain time and place to consult, but it has to be that consultation, teamwork, working together. You can't have anyone on the team usurp their role and say, well, no, I'm in charge now. I make the decisions. Everything runs through me, because it might work temporarily, but in the long term, it will not work. And last thing, well, we've seen Green Bay before Aaron Rodgers. They had a really good quarterback, Brett Favre. They went and drafted Aaron Rodgers. They traded their other quarterback. So sometimes it may not work for the guy in that driver's seat, but it works for the team. That's how you build sustained success, not by letting one person or one player run the whole team.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, but I don't think it's going to be a fait accompli that he's back next year, because even though he's got a $90 million dead cap, if they were to cut him or trade him, you could actually make it a post-June 1 designation, and it becomes a $16 million cap hit in 2023, and it actually saves them $15.8 million next year. What I'm looking at right now is their schedule, and I don't know when their next win is coming from. I don't. Maybe the Chicago Bears 4 weeks from now on the road. But, guys, you're talking about them being 4-9 going into their bye week at best. I'm not paying a quarterback $50 million a year not to make the playoffs. I'm not doing that. So at some point, Green Bay has got to make the evaluation of what's in the best interest of our franchise, and do I believe Aaron Rodgers can get us turned around after what I've seen from him in his age 39 season.
Well, and to your point about the money, and maybe this is why I'm really bad at budgets and money, but I look at that and I'm like, look, I'm taking the money out of it. I'm doing what's best for my organization. If they need to finesse the cap, if they need to find a way so that it doesn't hurt as much, the cap isn't real, guys. Like, we also need to remember that people are paid a lot of money, not in cap dollars, to figure out how to massage the cap, how to make these
cap
things
is like
hurt
Bitcoin.
less. Exactly.
It's not really a real thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a great concept.
Yeah, they can figure it out. Yes.
Okay, so I can't even believe we're talking about the possibility of this, yet that is where we are with this Green Bay team, especially if they lose this weekend. Huge game looming.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.